Hey y'all, it's your girl Grace, and yes, I am back with the tutorial for 4C natural hair. If you would like to know how I achieved this look, stay tuned and leave all of your questions down below. Hope you enjoy and see you in my next video. I started out with freshly washed and conditioned hair, and it is still very wet. And then I took my Orifi Shea Natural Moisture Seal Oil and put this all over my strands, roots, and tips. I put a total of 8 braids in my entire head, and I let these sit for about 20 to 30 minutes to ensure that I have stretched out hair that can slick into a bun. I then took all of these braids out and made sure that it was thoroughly detangled and combed out. I made my desired part and combed out my edges, making sure that it was detangled on the perimeter as well. I then took my Eco Styler Professional Styling Gel in the olive oil formula, and it is alcohol free. And then I took my Denman Brush in the medium bristle style, and it was only $1.99 at my local beauty supply store. And I saturated the top of my head with a good amount of Eco Styler, and I'm focusing on the top of my head to ensure that it slicks down because I'm going to use a second gel on my edge. So you really want to focus on the very top of your head, and you want to make sure that you are getting a good amount of Eco Styler. The more gel you use, the more slick down it's going to be. I did also add a little bit of the Eco Styler to my edges, even though I'm going to use a second gel, but the Eco Styler will help pre-lay your edges before you use the second gel. I then took my Denman brush and combed out the outer part of my hair to make sure that it was detangled before using the wave brush. This will ensure a more smooth look and making sure that your hair is thoroughly detangled before using the brush. After I had my desired amount of gel on my head, I put some on the tips on the outer parts of my hair to give it a little bit of slick. Then I took my anti-wave brush and I started making my desired motion to lay down my hair. I brushed for a good amount of time to ensure that everything was slicked down, and you want to make sure that you are getting the entire top of your head to slick down. And then I took my brush, not worrying too much about my edges because of the second gel that's going to be used. And then I put all of my hair in a very low ponytail, making sure that it was tight and secure and in place and ready to go. After that, I took my Got2b Ultra Glue Invincible Styling Gel, and I applied that to my edges, and I brushed in a circular motion, and I made sure to get the back of my hair and make sure it goes into the ponytail holder. Once I had my desired look for all of my edges, I also put that on my sides and my backs to make sure that everything was slicked down, and I made sure that everything is slicked up and slick. I also added that to my very edges near my ears and slicked that down as well. After that, I put on a scarf, and this isn't a very silky scarf, it's kind of like stiff. This ensures that it dries properly and in time. If you use a scarf that's too silky, it's not really going to help dry your edges. So I put that scarf on pretty tightly, and I let that sit for about 15 minutes total, and I made sure that it was all around on the edges and made sure that my edges were very secure in that scarf. So you're gonna let that scarf sit and for about a good 15 minutes, and you're going to come back and take it off, and it should be very slicked down and dry. It's very important that it is dry because that means it is going to stay down all day and last all day long. So after that, I applied some Marley hair on a ponytail holder to the back of my hair to make my bun look fuller. And I did my desired shape using bobby pins. I pinned it all around to make sure I have a very secure look and that it stays on all day. And I put the pins wherever they needed to be. And this was the end product, the end result, a slick bun for my 4C natural hair. It is a perfect go-to style in the summertime, and the gels I use ensure that your hair stays slick all day long. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and continue to keep up with me. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.